Hi people, my name is Peggy. Welcome to my first video on my brand new YouTube channel. Munsey's Mission is the name. I started this channel partly from the urging of my friend in Oregon who started one of her own, and she thinks that people would be interested in some of the things that I have going on here. So I took the leap and decided to do this. I'm not a real chatty person, so it's a little bit of a challenge to talk enough, I think, to make a decent length video, but I'm going to do the best I can, and just bear with me. Let's see, so to begin with, I moved from Oregon to New Mexico about 3 years ago, and so I am just going to talk about starting with that journey, a little bit about my background and some of the struggles and problems I've had with moving here and having my dream house built. And also I am now starting my animal sanctuary that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I will take you through all those things, progress on the animal sanctuary, and I'm starting to make some artwork, and hopefully I can sell some of that to help fund the sanctuary. And I want to make people aware of my sanctuary and the reason behind it, and hopefully I can get some support for that also. So let's see. I was originally born and raised in Kodiak, Alaska, and I will talk more about that because that was an awesome upbringing. From there, the family moved to Hawaii when I was in junior high, so that was a huge transition for me. Didn't like it, but that's partly because I was young and grumpy with parents and all that. So I graduated high school in Hawaii, in Kona, and originally wanted to go to vet school, and so I started college in Corvallis at Oregon State University. Changed from being a vet to just getting a BS in zoology because I had realized that I had to be very outgoing. I had to be, in all these clubs, very active in the community, and just be a very well-rounded person in order to get into vet school. It wasn't just about good grades. And at that time especially, I was not that kind of person. I was incredibly shy all growing up, still am to some degree. But anyway, that's why I changed out of vet school, because I just didn't think I would get into vet school. So I changed to zoology. Didn't really realize that there probably weren't going to be any jobs, or not very many. So got out. I couldn't find a local job, and I was still too timid to really travel and go out in the world and find a job that I wanted. So So I had to go to nursing school in Oregon, where I was living. Um, so that was a good decision. It took me a couple of years to get an associate's degree in nursing and become a registered nurse. And that definitely helped me out of my shell a little bit more because I had to interact with people. With my patients, I had to walk into a room and introduce myself, which was terrifying at first because I had just been so sheltered all my life. But I got over that, and I enjoyed nursing for the most part. I love the medical side, the science part, all of that. I worked at a little hospital and made some good friends, and I enjoyed it for a number of years. And then it was a very small community hospital, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and they basically closed their doors at a certain point. And so I changed from that to doing home health nursing, and it didn't suit me as well, and also I had gotten married and I was starting to have my children, and I just wanted to stay home with the children and not be gone a lot. In the nursing field, there's such a shortage that they're always calling you to do more shifts and stuff like that. So at about that time, my then husband and I decided, okay, that's probably not gonna be the best. So I had always wanted to work with animals anyway, so we decided to start a dog boarding kennel at the property we had in Oregon. And that was great. We worked together really well at that point to build a small dog kennel. We had enough property to fence off and cross fence so that we had different yards so the dogs could be out in the yards playing with the other dogs during the day, because one thing that I feel very strongly about is I can't handle animals in cages, and so I didn't want to board dogs and then put them in a run like 24/7. So I had to screen my dogs, make sure they weren't going to be aggressive or try to escape, things like that. So that went really well. I was able to stay home with my kids. I had 2 by that time. My youngest was very young. And so it worked out perfectly to be with the kids, be with the dogs, make some money, not like being a nurse, but it worked out very nicely for a number of years. And then kids grew up. I ended up getting a divorce, and that was 2012, and about the same time I'd been getting really tired of having the dog kennel. The stress of, dogs not getting along, dogs trying to escape, having separation anxiety, getting sick or injured. There's just, barking. There was just a lot, and there's like people coming and going, all times of the day. So it was just I was getting very tired of that and just wanted a change. And about the same time, my kids were pretty much grown. Let's see, my daughter had graduated from college kind of about the time that I was like really done with the dog kennel. And and my son was ending high school, starting college in there. And then I started seeing dome homes on the internet, and I just was thinking, oh man, they're so cute. I just love them. I have to get a sip of water. Sorry, my throat. So anyway, I love the shape. I just love what some people did with them. There are just so many varieties and configurations, putting them together, making a circle out of domes, and I mean, there's just endless configurations. So I started reading more about them, and I saw that they were very energy efficient, easy to heat in the winter and cool in the summer because they're all concrete. That they could withstand pretty much, any natural disaster, which I was starting to get more aware of around the world. All the natural disasters seem to be getting more intense with climate change. And so that was a fear. I'm not used to talking this much. Fires were a big fear of mine because there had been a fire just next door to my place in Oregon. The house burnt down next door. And I had a pasture full of tall dead grass at the time, and I was just terrified that it was just going to go up in my house with it, and that scared me so bad. So having a house built out of concrete sounded very attractive to me. So all these things put together just made me realize I really want a monolithic dome home. So I had to try to figure out how to get one, and also make a big change in the rest of my life, because I was just done with the dog kennel, with the weather in Oregon, so many years of just gray, rain, drizzle, mud, fog, dreary, overcast. It was finally starting to get to me after decades of living there. And then COVID happened. And so that kind of helped be a catalyst for me to get moving. And also my business went to crap. So that helped me get my butt in gear. I need to give my voice a rest, and then I'll be right back. Hi. After seeing how much I had covered and how long the video was that I just did, I think I'm just going to call it good for today, and I will finish out what I was saying later this week. And so just in the coming weeks and months, I'll be talking about living off grid here, some of the struggles, problems I've had with that, and also the benefits. I'll tell you about my animals, introduce you to all of them, 4 dogs, 2 horses, and then my newest addition, which is a beautiful sulcata tortoise that I went to pick up at a rescue in Texas just a few weeks ago, and I'm absolutely crazy about him. So I will show him off to you. and tell you a little bit more about my background. Being raised in a remote bay on Kodiak Island. And let's see, what else? Tell you more about my sanctuary I'm starting. I'll give you a tour of the inside of my dome home, show you the custom artwork I've done in different rooms and stuff, and some of the art I am starting to do now with epoxy resin and some other things. So yeah, I will be covering that stuff in the future, so I hope you will join me for that. Thanks for tuning in.